the show, Marie Louise Ludwig.
You are nuttier than ah.
Fruitcake!
Both of you girls, nuttier than ah.
Marie Louise is one of our gourmet foodies, and she brings such a fabulous selection to the Q. Remember, if you're shopping, everything in our 4-hour extravaganza is brand new. This is one of them. This is, dare I say, a fruitcake to end all fruitcakes, because it is the perfect balance of sweet and decadence, unlike you've experienced ever in a fruitcake. So what you're bringing home is actually from Mary's home state, Nebraska, Beatrice, Nebraska. It is a 3-pound grandma's fruit and nut cake ring. It comes home for the Christmas and July sale price at less than $40. Of course, it's brand new. There's no auto delivery. So when this is gone, which we don't have a lot to go around, we won't be bringing it back at this price. Tell us a little bit about the Beatrice Bakery.
Oh, what a lovely bakery, over 100 years old. Recipe European inspired. Two great guys found their grandmother's recipe in an old trunk and decided to create a European inspired fruitcake that people would actually eat.
Yes.
This is fruitcake that you eat. It's fruitcake that you love. It starts. I know you've seen how beautiful it is, but just take a whiff of the fragrance.
Oh my gosh.
Bourbon,
that decadence,
rum,
hold
and
me
brandy round out the baking process of this. Get in there and saturate all those plump, juicy fruits that are loaded in here, and then those crunchy nuts that are on the top. This is fruitcake that does not have citron in it. What does that mean? There's no bitter lemon or orange peel in it, and that is typically what turns people off from fruitcake. Look at the slice I just pulled out here.
First of all, it looks like a national treasure. Like, this is one of those that they make into like something that's not editable, to be like, these were the fruitcakes of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Since we debuted this brand new for Christmas in July, more than 11,000 of these fruitcakes have been spoken for. Now is your opportunity to get it shipped out November 4th or December 2nd, because remember, with Christmas in July, this may not be available during the holidays when you need it the most. You take open those slices, you see those whole pieces of fruits and nuts and the aroma.
Yes.
I'll tell you this, when you open the box, when you opened that packaging, it's almost like you had the oven on and people are like, what is that smell? What is that scent? It's enticing. But of course, I want to take a little bite of this.
Please take a bite of there. Oh, and the cherries themselves right there.
Is there a right way to eat a fruitcake?
There is not. Just go for it right there. If you love fruit, and you get the essence of those 3 alcohols, the brandy, the rum, and the bourbon, because remember, in the 2.5-hour slow baking process, it's going to burn off. So you're just going to have the essence of it in there, but you need it.
First of all, I have so many thoughts on this.
Take it, girl.
This is not any fruitcake that I have ever had before. First of all, the flavor profile is so balanced. It's not overly essenced. It's not overly sweet. The cherry explosion that I just experienced there was so wonderful in the sense that it was juicy, but it also played on the cake itself with that little hint of nut, and you're like, let me get on the soapbox one more time, because it also didn't disintegrate. You get to choose. Sometimes with fruitcake, everything's like all hodgepodged in there and like the fruit's at the bottom, and you're like, look, y'all, I just found this recipe on Pinterest. I didn't say it was going to be good. I just thought it was going to look pretty. This is a presentation that's absolutely exquisite, and all of those fruits, all of those nuts, perfectly placed with all of those essences of those 3 alcohols that Marie Ludwig put in. I'm telling you, this is the one where you're like, when you think about what fruit cake was supposed to taste like, this may be the only kind of cake you want to enjoy from here on out.
Yeah, this makes a beautiful gift, and it's a great way to get everybody around the table at the holiday times and really try fruit for the first time. I'm telling you, there's so many people like, I'll never eat fruit cake. Love this here.
Fruit in a cake.
Let's talk about all of the great things that are in this right down here in front. So it starts with plump candied Michigan cherries. Then you've got 2 different kinds of raisins in here. You've got the golden raisins and the brown raisins that we all love. You've got almonds from California. You've got that candied pineapple we all adore. You've got fresh Georgia pecans. You've got walnuts from California. Then you've got brandy, rum, and bourbon.
Gang's all here. And you know, this is everything that you want in a cake.
Yes. Then you have people who have been working for decades at Beatrice, who are on a line and who are lovingly hand placing everything on the top. So somebody's putting in a cherry, somebody's popping on the nuts on here. So this cake looks beautiful in the presentation as well.
How does it arrive?
It arrives in your box,
Great.
just like this, arrives
Loves
to you
this.
fresh. So you can keep it out on your countertop if you want, if you're not going to cut it, or if you're saving it to give to somebody. Otherwise, cut it and put it in the refrigerator or put it in the freezer for up to 6 months.
All right, well, remember, 2 ship dates. You can get it the 4th of November or the 2nd of December. But since we launched this brand new for Christmas in July, remember, it ships to your door when those selected ship dates happen, absolutely free. You're bringing it home on 5 easy payments, and you're getting that sale price. When you think about placing an order on QVC.com or picking up the phone and dialing 1-800-500-7590, if you have ever politely sat down at somebody's table who's serving fruitcake and you took that one bite and you're like, thank you so much for having me. I'm just so stuffed from our filet mignon that we had earlier. You know what? That's so great, but it's not for me. This is that fruitcake that changes the game on what you thought was possible in a cake. And Mary Nelson knows.
Yes.
She's a Nebraska girl.
She's a Nebraska girl. Come
I
out
just gotta
here.
give some love to Beatrice and the
Please.
good folks there. It's right. Beatrice is right outside of Lincoln and not too far from Omaha. If you know the Midwest, the finest.
Who are you, my friend?
The finest people. Like kind-hearted, hardworking. Like when you think salt of the earth, and the idea of supporting this bakery from Beatrice, maybe a town you've never even heard of, but to be able to try what they make and take such pride in. To be able to now bring it on QVC across America, like this is what makes the hair on my arm stand up, is what we're able to do for this bakery right now. And then what you're enjoying, what you said, like the whole idea of I'm gonna pass because I've never met a fruitcake that I like.
Right.
This is not that. You've just gotta try it.
I finished a full slice.
You're
I
picking
am
it
a
apart.
one-bite
And
fruitcake eater normally.
You know who loves this? David Venable loves this. And he's like, nah, I'm not going to try fruitcake. But he got into it. He's like
Brussels sprouts and fruitcake.
I
the
have
same
a
thing to him.
whole new appreciation for fruitcake. The time that it takes to make these, 2.5 hours in a slow oven, those big plump candy cherries get stirred in the batter.
Look at this cherry. Look at that whole cherry that I just picked out.
Pardon the pun, we are not cherry picking these slices.
I know,
This-
But I'm cherry picking the cherry. I mean, that is like a little nugget of gold.
And what else I want you girls to know is this process doesn't stop pulling it out of the oven and letting it cool. Now it has to mature, if you will. So weeks. These have to sit. So all of those flavors have the opportunity to come together with that brandy, that rum, and that bourbon to give you that incredible fresh taste.
Wow.
For less than $40, I love that you're getting that traditional holiday dessert if you want it. But check out the crudité board that Marie Louise put together with the cheese and the nuts and the vegetables. What a great idea, especially if you're hosting a lot of people, because maybe you don't want to have to worry about slices of cake and whatnot. That will give you the perfect little nosh to balance out with like a great glass of vintage estates wine.
And we say about 32 slices from this cake, depending on how you slice it. If you're somebody that falls in love with it, which I know you will, and you want to have a cup of coffee in the morning, you might want a thicker slice.
And would you ever put like syrup on top of it as like a little French toast moment?
I don't
Or
think that
ice
I
cream?
would. I don't think that I would. I think that this is really just a standout, standalone with so many complexities and so many layers in
And
here.
what is this genius
But if you wanted
little
to,
moment?
pop it in there maybe with a little bit of yogurt.
Well, parfait.
Or make a little fruitcake parfait on here.
You
But
know what?
this
We
is
just
a showstopper.
We really want you to live your best life. We really want you to say, you know what, I can work cake into breakfast, lunch, and possibly dinner. And now you're doing it with a family-owned bakery right in the middle of the heartland in Nebraska, Beatrice Bakery. When you think about 3 pounds of bliss, look at that. From the whole pieces of fruit to all of those gorgeous cherries that you see in there, and the most decadent concoction of 3 alcohols that just simmer it and that essence of
the
warmth.
smell is so good.
Totally divine. Go to QVC.com. You'll choose your ship date, November 4th or December 2nd. And I encourage you, while we have the sale price and the easy pay, grab it now, because you've never experienced a cake like this and all 3 pounds of its glory. And the easy pay is going to go away at the end of the show, y'all. So it's like better, you can make the nice or naughty list. And those who are nice get the easy pay before the show ends. Marie's going to be back in a minute with these